So it's been shipping has been for us at the Almond Alliance. We've talked about the top two issues for us this year is a reliable water supply and a functioning supply chain. And if we don't have a functioning supply chain, did we lose Peter?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Just made us
Craig
look
doing his thing. So we've been talking all year long about, coming into 2022, and I started back in December. So, really assessing what was going on, that really for 2022, it was going to be a reliable water supply and a functioning supply chain. And so we have, as a lot of folks know, we've been just bulldogging supply chain from a tactical standpoint for our membership and for our industry, because we saw just the facts and figures of, from September to April, the price degradation of almost $2 billion just to almonds. We hadn't moved 1.3 billion pounds, where normally our carry out was somewhere around 600,000. And we needed to move that much by the end of July if we were going to be on pace for what we knew was going to be well over a 2.5 billion pound crop. We now know it's about a 2.6 billion pound crop. And just when we were making momentum and we had, May turned into, was it? Yeah. May we had over 250 million pounds move. It was the highest movement of almonds in history, and on an off month. Apparently, May is not a big month for us to move like that. And then 278 million pounds in June. We were like fingers crossed, all of industry in July, going, we just need one more. Mm-hmm. And you, Peter, have been a great partner and a great member of the Alliance in helping us through our Tiger team, which has been, for those who don't know, our Tiger team has been assembled to kind of hit on every point of the supply chain, bring in expertise from on the ground to attack issues within supply chain solutions for us. And I know, Peter, you've been involved as kind of our guy on trucking and the on the ground logistics side of this. So here we arrive in July thinking we finally got ourselves there. Our Tiger team had just met, if you'll recall, and then AB5 pokes its ugly head up out of the ground again. And so that's kind of the context of this conversation is what really is AB5? Why is it popping up now? How is it having, I think everybody who's going to listen to this probably has a good idea of how it's affecting us, but, where are we? And a little bit of background. And I called you right away and I was like, what is this? Yeah. It's Uber and Lyft. What the heck? And so I figured the conversation you and I had, the world needs to have. So sure. Peter, thank you for being here, and maybe just start there. Like, sure. Where did that come from, and how did we get here?
All right. So I'll give you the short version on the first half of this. There was a Dynamex lawsuit 4 years ago where I believe it's the city or the state sued Dynamex for independent contractor law, and they were a daily delivery kind of company, kind of like a courier service. Mm-hmm. And the court applied this law, this ABC test, of which has never been applied in any kind of transportation. It was more like a child law. I forget exactly the details, but I don't want to get into all of that. So long story short, in April of 2019, there was a decision made on Dynamex against them, and it applied this ABC test. And in our world of transportation, the Borello test, and you can look that up, has been applied for 30 years. And it's basically a case-by-case, every single case, kind of getting off here, but every single case that has been filed has used the Borello test, whether it's the Department of Labor, DLSE, or bigger cases with independent contractors, or even class action lawsuits. It's always used the Borello test, which every single driver is applied not a certain way, but it's how that contract has been upheld. Now, this just is a broad stroke with this ABC test. So in September of 2019, the California state legislature approved AB5, and then the governor the next day signed the damn thing into law, and it went into effect January 1st, 2020. Myself and a lot of other companies said, okay, we're not going to sit with our hands under our behinds. We're going to get something done. So we had a massive town hall meeting with all of our drivers the next month, got with my attorneys, I formed new corporations, I already had my brokerage authority, and I got everything set up. And most of the large trucking companies, I'm a medium-sized one, but most of the larger ones in our industry did that. There are a few that didn't, and there are a lot of the little guys that didn't. So January 2020 to now, I'm legal, I'm fine. But what happened is on December 31st, 2019, a LA County judge said, nope, we're putting an injunction on this. And like it right at the last minute, before the new year and everything. Otherwise, it would have became law. So he put an injunction. It went into effect, I think, January 16th or 13th of 2020. And from then to June 30th of this year, there's been an injunction in place. That injunction went from, the state court to the California Supreme Court to the federal Supreme Court, which was denied. And after that, the law becomes into effect 7 days later. Now, it still actually has not come into effect because I think either the judge is on vacation or something's going on. But we're basically, the injunction's lifted, and you have to follow the ABC rules of AB5.